Wow, I said Delio. I need help. You know who else needs help? This guy. Yeah. Did he just die? Hello, gay people? What is this? What's up, gamers? PanCook here. This past Wednesday, I was running around hypixel struggling for dear life to think of some commentary to record when all of a sudden, some random chick walks up to me in the lobby. Me being the funny man I am, I go to type hola, but before I even can, they type hola, and I know, oh boy, this is gonna be good. So I friend them and they're like, Español? Sí. In reality, I said, un poco, estudié español en la escuela para 6 años, which basically I said, I speak a little Spanish, I studied it in school for 6 years, which by the way, that was a blatant lie. I did not study Spanish in school for 6 years. It was more like 4, but hey, listen, alright, I went from, can you not? I started Spanish in the 7th grade, and I went all the way to 11th, and then after 11th, I quit, and decided to self-study, and I practiced at home. So really, it was still 4 to 5 years, but whatever, okay? 5 is an uneven number. You are legally required to round up. I think that's how it works. They wanted me to play with a few other people who were also Spanish, but when they said Discord call, I had to humbly decline. I'm very careful about how I reach out to strangers on the internet from now on for reasons I probably shouldn't have to explain. You just never know with some people, dude. You meet some wild people out here. There's a fine line. Can we not? Can we not? There's a fine line where my talents for Spanish can go. Ask me about what I like to do, what my morning routine is, oh yeah, locked and loaded. However, the second you need me to start using past tense, I'm just gonna pretend I'm deaf and exit the conversation gracefully. And I really do love Spanish. When I first got to middle school, they tried to put me in choir even after we explained my severe anxiety diagnosis to the counselors and how I could not participate in choir anymore. So the first 3 days of school, I just was in choir, hating my life, knowing I should be in Spanish because I really wanted to learn Spanish for some reason. And also for some reason, my voice is very scratchy this morning. I've been up for like 32 hours. I have not seen the sun. So when I finally got to Spanish, I think I was the only one who cared to be there, because the summer break before this, I decided to start learning Spanish on a language learning app in preparation for the class. So when I got there, even though I was a few days behind, I was top of the class for the most part. Not to brag, but I peaked in middle school. So when I heard there was a class that took Spanish to the next level and would allow me to advance automatically in high school, I was there. My Spanish teacher, I'm almost positive, lied to all of us because, alright, for clarification, we were in Spanish 1A, the next level was 1B, and I'm outside, okay. If we completed 1B, the moment we got to high school, we could automatically go to level 2. However, if you dropped Spanish after 1A and didn't do 1B, when you got to high school, you would have to do level 1 all over again, even though you already know half of it. So when she's telling us all this, she informs us that there were limited spots in the class and that it was going to be randomly drawn. I'm just thinking, what? She told us she's leaving extra exclusive spots up to chance, which I was not buying that for a second. I just bought her a Starbucks gift card for Christmas. I'm getting into this class. I just couldn't fathom that she was leaving her elite Spanish class spots up to chance, saying that I was one of the top kids in the class, was competing with Kevin, who's sitting at his desk questioning where the booger that was just up his nose went. I mean, come on, we were 8 months into the class and people were still saying me, llama Rosie? Llama? Like an alpaca. Imagine my surprise when I got to level 4, college level Spanish, and people were still saying that. Nah, I'm just joking. So the day that she randomly picked, yeah right, the spots for this extra exclusive Spanish class, what a coincidence, I got in. Guess who didn't? Yeah, Booger picking Kevin. Don't worry, Kevin's story has a happy ending. He found where the booger went. It was in his mouth the entire time. COVID came crashing down like I just did into this lava, and it ruined most of Spanish 1B for me because I was learning absolutely nothing the days that we were online. But when we got to high school, Spanish 2 was a storm I did not prepare my rain gear for. That teacher was so exotic, it was insane. She legitimately told us one night she had a dream. She was on a bus, some shady dude in a whole trench coat followed her to the bus, got on the bus, and after she walked off the bus, dude went to like, you know, get her, like grab her. So the next morning, she gets on this bus and the same man follows her onto the bus. I'm too lazy to remember specific details, so you can draw your own conclusions and theories to what that means, but that lady was something else, dude, I'm telling you. Oh, guys, there's ghosts in here. Oh no. Oh, this is crazy. Oh my goodness, we're being haunted. Oh man. Oh, alright, joke's over, buddy. We see you. Yeah, we see you, buddy. I also vividly remember that she loved me and my friend. We were some of her top students. Mostly because all the other kids in that class were just sports dudes trying to get their Spanish credits to graduate and whatever. The funniest memory I have from this class is when me and my friend get partnered for a speaking exam where we have to have a conversation with each other and then the teacher asks us some questions and whatnot. Now, one thing to note is this teacher absolutely hated swearing. She was having absolutely none of it in her classroom. So we're a bit nervous for this exam, but we sit up at her desk and we start going. I'm going pretty smoothly. Then my friend, she forgets what she's saying and she pauses for a good 15 seconds and then, louder than she realizes, she goes, "Lo siento." In front of the teacher during the exam. My eyes shot open. I was gobsmacked. We finish the test and we get back to our seats. I look at her and go, what the heck just happened? Mind you, I'm laughing. I didn't actually take it this seriously. She didn't even realize she said it, so let me tell you, when I told her, her face went white. She didn't believe it. We both did really well on the test, but we couldn't help but notice she got just barely 2 points underneath me on a partner activity, so yeah, I'm gonna say her little slip up had something to do with it. Now I'm getting hiccups. Guys, I have hiccups now. This is torturous. I'm gonna try to finish this recording. This is not gonna go very well, but overall, Spanish 2 was just a chaotic class, but what we were really looking forward to was level 3. We had heard a lot of great things about the Spanish teacher for level 3 and up, and let me tell you, I got a lot of good things to say about him too. He's probably top 3 teachers of all time. He was great. His classes were actually pretty difficult too. If you saw episode 27 of Hypixel, that presentation I talked about that went wrong, that was in his class. Funny story I have for this guy was one time we're all sitting in class, bell rings, but he's not in the classroom, so we're all just confused. 3 minutes go by, bro's not here, and we're like, where is this man? 5 minutes later, dude walks into the classroom, goes to the front of the room, carefully lays down on his back. Just picture this for a second, right? Dude's just laying there flat on his back for no reason. He goes, I ate something someone gave me, and it had a Reaper in it. We're all like, what the heck are you talking about? So to lay all the information out here, this dude went to the bathroom and as he's walking back to class is approached by a student. 1, no, he did not know who this person was. A random student he didn't know asked him if he wanted a bite of this. And then 2, no, the unknown student wouldn't elaborate what it was, and dude still chucked it in his mouth. He proceeded to lay ragdolled on the floor for another 5 minutes till he continued with class in straight agony. Anyways, that's the end of that kind of Spanish story for the day. I actually have more I'll talk about later, probably in the next few weeks. I'm preparing some videos for this trip I'm going on, yada yada yada. Y'all know the dealio. Wow, I said dealio. I need help. You know who else needs help? This guy. Yeah. Did he just die? Well, at least his skin is lore accurate to real life. I've been up for the past 24 hours and I haven't seen sun in the past 32. So I'm gonna go get some sleep and then go to work in a few hours. I hate myself. Next time we talk about Spanish, I'll talk about how I got my biliteracy, so that should be pretty fun. But that's basically the end of it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed and make someone smile in your life today, spread the positivity. They deserve it. I can't even speak. I'm excited to chat with you guys in the next episode of Hypixel. Bye-bye. Spanish 2 was a storm I did not prepare. Whoa. To what? Dude's just trying to get their Spanish credit. Wow. Wow, credits? Nice going. Most of the other kids in that class were just sports dudes trying to get their Spanish credit. Credits. Dang, I said it again. What the? Woo. That's a cuss word. I can't say that on this channel.